Because I'm interested in asking you about the NABJ.
Oh, sure.
They recently said that there are no minorities on primetime on network cable news. I was wondering if you had any thoughts on this.
Well, NABJ didn't have to say it. Anybody watching primetime cable news would be sure to figure that out. You know, I think if you're asking for my perspective on that, my strategy has always been the same, which is I work on what I can do to be a good journalist and to come up with good ideas. I mean, my documentaries air in primetime, and we're very successful in primetime. So, you know, if I was called on to do something in primetime and it was something I was interested in doing, I might consider it. You know, but from my perspective, what I do is make sure that the things that I'm contributing to CNN are good and worthy, not just for the company and the brand of CNN, but also for our viewership, which I think is a pretty picky viewership. People expect high quality, and that's from my, I don't hire people, I don't promote people. I am a journalist, and so I do the best that I can do in the job that I've been given. There are more jobs today than when I started in television news 24 years ago. I think you just have more cable channels, more opportunities in some ways. But in terms of sheer numbers, there's been a number of reports, not just for African Americans, but if you look at Asians and Latinos as well, I think those numbers are not growing exponentially at all. So, you know, I think we all could be doing a lot better, especially if you consider the context of the face of the country, which is becoming more and more diverse. So I don't think that there's a lot to cheer about in terms of representation of minorities across the board in television news across the board.
And finally, you were just talking about you're working on 4 more Black in Americas. Can you just briefly talk about that?
Well, it'll be our 4th Black in America. We're doing 4 documentaries. So in August 14th, we air a documentary that we've been working on, which is about coal miners in West Virginia. And the interesting thing to me is that, you know, white coal miners in West Virginia often say the same thing that we hear as we do our interviews for Black in America, which is they'll say, you know, people don't want to tell our story. No one wants to tell our story. No one tells our story. And that's verbatim what I'm told by African Americans or Latinos when we start doing our Black in America or Latino in America or Gay in America project. So I love what I get to do because my job is to run around and find those untold stories and put them on TV. So, you know, I feel very fulfilled and very, very busy because we're in the middle of a lot of projects. So that's about white coal miners. Our documentary about women who were rescue workers at Ground Zero 10 years ago, 9/11, will air on September 8th and re-air on September 11th, and that's called Beyond Bravery, the Women of Ground Zero. On September 25th, our 2nd installment of Latino in America will air, which is about a woman who is trying to get into the Olympics. Her name is Marlene Esparza. She's from Houston, and 2012 will be the first time that women are allowed to box in and represent the United States in the Olympics, and she has a really good shot at it, and we've been following her progress as she's been fighting her way to get a slot. And then lastly, Black in America 4 airs on November 13th. And it's really a question about race and success. Does race matter? We're looking at Black entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley. And many people have said, well, Silicon Valley is a complete meritocracy. And so we dig into that question. If that is the case, then where are all the Black people? Where are the Black entrepreneurs? Why are they so funded? Why are they funded at a percentage so much smaller than their white counterparts? So those are our 4 documentaries that we're currently working on.